It's August 16th, Saturday before Princeton, and I got a little work left to do on this thing. You can see I got that broken trim piece. Did make a new one. Took a purple one from an SPX, painted it with Indy red paint, and some clear coat with pearl. And then this headlight looks like absolute crap. It's peeling all over. And then the windshield isn't great, but I'm gonna put a different used windshield on. So gotta get after this. You can see it's a little bit apart, but let's get after it. I guess we'll open the hood. Not a lot of room to do tripod things out here in this part of the shop, but I gotta get, I guess, a T25 and pop those off on each side. So I'll do that quick. All right, a bunch of Torx later, and we're looking at this. So there's a piece of foam in here. I pulled a lot of it out already. It's just falling apart. I'll get that out after the headlight's out, but we got the headlight adjuster screw, then there's two big Phillips from underneath to get that out. I'm gonna leave the gauges on there, although obviously I'll do a little cleaning of this whole area, and then we'll start putting her back together. All right, so there's those other headlight screws under the hood. They're kind of in a little rubber mount to give it some flexibility to move. There's supposed to be a black panel there. I will have to dig that up, but that normally blocks that off, so I don't think you see those on a normal basis. All right, I'll try to show you this again. I don't know if it's going to show up. Maybe you can see some of it right here, but the clear coating is just peeling off this light, and this one is better. So I got this one from Mohawks upstairs. Eric just handed it to me, so that's kind of nice. And by the way, I did have another one that was nice, but it had mouse poop inside. So I thought I'd take off these clips popping apart and clean out the mouse poop. No, it's clipped and it's glued. They don't come apart. A little more wiping on the back side. Switch over those bulbs and we'll get this thing back on there. All right, I gave old Don a wipe down under there, just because I'm not going to be back in to look at that. So assembly is the reverse of disassembly. All right, I got the dash and the trim piece. They're just sitting there. I got to come back and do all those T25 Torx screws. But hey, that's a pretty darn good color match, if I say so myself. I did get my hands on the genuine Indy red paint. The pearl is not actually a Polaris pearl. It's off of Amazon. But good enough. More than good enough. All right, I got choices on the windshield. So I got this flare, but it's got a big crack in it. That's out. That's factory. It's kind of rough. I got another factory one here that I got from Eric at Mohawk. It's slightly nicer. And then I got a brand new Tallboy flare. But I don't think that's what I want to put on for the show. I will probably put it on for riding this winter, and it's easy to change these windshields out. But I think I'll clean this guy up and we'll see how this looks. All right, it's the next day and I'm still working on the XCR because a lot of stuff came up. That's how life goes. Anyways, working on the console. This is a console I bought. It's one of the nicer ones I could find because this is super common to see them all chewed up where the rope comes out. They didn't really have a rope guide that I'm aware of on these aggressives. This is from a Gen 2. It is part 5243049 from Polaris. I'm going to pop rivet that on and, well, at a minimum, it'll keep it from getting worse. There we go. She's pretty far in there, which is good. It won't be very noticeable. And, well, that ought to help this console last a lot longer. All right, so here's another piece of the prep. Here's my original console. It's full of broken off tabs. It's super chewed up in there. I'm just not using it for the moment. Yep. Got to do a little filing to get the choke lever through the hole, apparently. All right. At least it's not sunny out, but it sure is warm and humid. Anyways, one last thing to do before I fire it up and put it on the trailer. Yep, red skis. Let's get that done. So these new skis need quite a bit longer bolt. They come with a bolt, but the difference is it's a 10 millimeter, so it will not go into the original bushing. So the answer is just get a bushing from a later Polaris sled. Really, anything. They're still making them today. Part number 5136910 takes that metric bolt, goes right in. Or get a 3/8 bolt that's long enough. All right, it's always something. I thought I was going to start pulling the rope to load it up, but let's get these old reg numbers off. I've already started peeling them. They came off with my fingers, but we'll use a little heat, a little plastic scraper. We'll have them off in a moment. All right, we got a bit of a mess. Other side's actually worse because you can see someone scraped these stickers off before, and that was not me. Got a lot of adhesive on there. So Wes Hole clued me into this stuff. And I watched it work on Walnuts, and it is incredible. So I'm going to have at that right now. All right, well, a quick couple minutes later, and it's still crap, but at least it's crap with the old registration removed. This is what I'm talking about. This was on here when I got the sled kind of scraped up. But good enough. Good enough for Princeton. Let's fire it up and run it up on the trailer. All right, I got the airbox out and a little squirty skirt. Give it a pull. Now, I've ran the motor, but I haven't driven this sled at all yet. So this will be the first time it's moved under its own power since I rebuilt it. All right, I got enough room in the trailer. Walnuts is going too. So let's see if I got enough juice in that battery to get Walnuts started and send her up on the trailer without having to prime things or anything. Oh yeah. So that was a lot of work just to display a couple sleds at Princeton, but I got them loaded. There is room for a third sled in the trailer. That's going to be Tommy's speedrun sled. It's not here yet, but I want to wrap up the video. So I want to say a huge thanks to everybody that sent us a super thanks. Their names are up on the screen right now. It really helps out the channel. I also want to say a huge thanks to the patrons who support us every month with a small donation. In return, they get to see all the videos early and ad-free over on Patreon, and they get patron-only videos. So check that out if you're interested in supporting the channel. Those are the two best ways we got. We also have t-shirts for sale. You can follow the link in the description for those. So with that said, we'll see you at Princeton, or maybe I've already seen you at Princeton by the time this airs.